Well, what is going on YouTube? Welcome back to A Therapeutic Edge. Now, today on the table in front of us, we've got just something fun to look at. This is a new knife to my collection and one I enjoy quite a bit. This is the Presidio II, Presidio II by Benchmade. This is the CF Elite model, and I really like this knife, and I'll tell you why. So I love the bug out. I do. I think it is an excellent, small, lightweight knife. The problem is that it is a little small for my hand. Now, I can grip it. It isn't too small for me to carry, and I do carry it quite a bit. But it's so small that I wrestle with putting it to good use. The Presidio II, the mini Presidio II, excuse me, is very, very similar in overall dimension. And let's check that out right now. As you can see, it is the same length, or very, very close. If it's just a little tiny bit longer in the handle. But the blades are the same length. It very much covers the same dimensions as the bug out, except it's just a little bit bigger. And that means it's a little thicker through the handle. It's a little taller through the handle. And that means it fits my hand so well. I love this thing. Now, it is not as light as the bug out, but then again, nothing really is. This is an exceptionally light pocket knife. But this has very much the same features. It has the same S30V blade. It has a very similar grind. It has the same CF Elite scales. It is open back construction. It comes with a deep carry clip. Basically, if you like the bug out, and I mean, everyone does, but think it's just a little small in hand, the mini Presidio II is an excellent alternative. I love this knife. I do. I didn't think I would. I picked it up. I thought, well, I'm going to review it and I'll get rid of it. But for me, this is an ideal small knife. The bug out is well, it's marvelous. It's not perfect, but it is marvelous. I love this thing. I do. But this is a better carry for me. It just is. Oops. So we already know that it is the same size as the bug out. Here it is against, let's do the, here it is against the rat. As you can see, it is a small knife. But it's just a little thicker through the handle and a little taller through the handle, but you get basically the same blade. I love that. I love what Benchmade is doing. It is considerably thicker. In fact, it's almost twice as thick through the handle. I mean, the bug out is a little tiny thing. But let's see. Well, let's leave this out. We'll do a direct comparison. On the mini Presidio II, you have, at its fattest part of the handle, you're coming in at just over a ½ inch. Whereas on our bug out, much, much smaller. Much, much smaller. Yep, look at that. Yep. I really like that. The blade stock is a little thicker on the Presidio as well. It is very thin blade stock on the bug out. The mini Presidio is a little bit thicker. Let's take a look and see how thick. At the thickest point, right back here, we are coming in just shy of 3 millimeters. Whereas on the bug out, we were coming in at 2.3. There we go. Since it's the same as the bug out, we don't have to spend a ton of time on dimensions, but let's knock them out. Anyway, you have a blade length of 1 to 3 inches of cutting, just over 3 inches of cutting on 3 and, well, let's see, 1, 2, 3, and 1/8 overall blade length. The grip area from just behind this rise right here is 1, 2, 3 and a half, coming up to almost 4 because of this roll. And my finger does come around that corner. The bug out handle is a little more, well, because it's just a rectangle, it does actually fit my hand a little better in that regard, but because it is so thin, this thing makes up for it by being a much better handful of knife. Let's go ahead and weigh it just for, well, no, you know, hey, what are we doing here? Actual overall length of the knife, man, you know, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.5 inches long. Now let's weigh it. Okay, so the Mini Presidio II comes in at 3.2 ounces. And the bug out, of course, is 1.8. So you get a little ounce and a 1.1 ounces more for this. But I'll tell you again, well, this is a fantastic pocket knife. It really is. This is so much easier in the hand. Now, I don't know how much hard work you're planning on doing with your small pocket knives, but the grip area alone, just the way it fills the hand on the Mini Presidio II, means that I would be much more willing to take this thing out into a space where I knew I was going to be doing a ton of cutting than I would this. I think of the bug out as a marvelous backup knife, something super light to carry in like lightweight pants or shorts, or just toss it in a small pocket in a backpack as a backup knife. Whereas the Mini Presidio II, I would just carry as a pocket knife. It could be a primary very easily because it is so comfortable in the hand for me. And that's a really nice feature. I love that they give you these choices. Now, this is about 150 bucks, and this is about 160 bucks. So you are paying $10 more. I'm assuming it's based on the amount of materials because there's a lot more to this. Thicker blade stock, thicker CF Elite scale material. The liners, of course, since this doesn't have liners, and this does have full liners, are much thicker on this. These are very much knives from the same concept, the same family of idea. But whereas this gave away quite a bit, as far as I'm concerned, in the interest of lightweight, this managed to remain very light while still feeling like a full-size, hand-filling pocket knife. I think that's awesome. What's my point? Well, my point is this. If you like smaller knives, and I don't carry them very often, but I do know that I have a reason for them, so I do keep some good ones around. If you have a reason for a smaller knife, and you're looking for that, and you feel like the bug outs, man, I missed that flip. That makes me laugh every time. You know, even with the CF Elite, you can still pinch it. If you feel like the bug outs have a little too much give, they've given up just a little too much in the interest of lightweight, you can jump up by 10 bucks and pick up one of these, and I think you will be exceptionally happy. I know, I am. I have to admit that, I like having both, quite frankly, because that means that if I'm wearing, like, you know, super lightweight summer shorts, I can still carry this and know that it's not going to pull the pocket down. But if I'm wearing slacks or hiking pants or something that is of light material, I don't have to give up the feel in hand that I like without, you know, picking up too much extra weight. So the Mini Presidio II CF Elite here is a marvelous pocket knife. It really is. And we're going to end it there. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions about this or any of my knives, feel free to ask down in the comments. Hit that like button on your way out. It really does help the channel. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please do so. I would love to have you here on a regular basis. Once again, thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next time.